various professions. All of my siblings and my parents, many of my cousins, are teachers. And when I was 11 years old, I taught my 3-year-old sister to read, and I think that sealed the deal.
Cool. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's true.
What are the areas that interest you the most, either in research or practice, or what's your thing?
These days, I'm particularly interested in studying trauma and the effects of trauma on religious experience and faith. So, in the last many years, there's been a lot of work done in the area of trauma and neuropsychology, trauma in the brain, and only recently have people really focused on how trauma affects religion and how religious faith affects the healing from trauma. So that's something I'm really focused on. And I'm also interested in issues of race, class, culture, and gender, as those play out in people's religious experience and faith.
Cool. These are good. So I think we're going to... what did you think about the conferences question? You want to?
I'm happy to answer it, yeah.
Okay. So what role or how important do you think your participation in conferences has on how it informs your teaching and your work?
It's really important for any scholar and teacher to be involved in a scholarly community, an academic community. So for me, going to conferences, presenting at conferences, and hearing other people's presentations is a really vital part of my own ongoing education in the field. It keeps ideas new and fresh, keeps me engaged in the conversation, and then I bring that conversation back into my teaching and my work with students, with patients, and it really keeps the work alive. Very important.
I think that's good. I think that's good. What are you most proud about accomplishing in your career thus far?
It's hard to say what I'm most proud of. I think in a very real way, the thing that I'm proudest of is my students and what I see them doing after they finish this program. It's the most gratifying thing to me, to see my students out there working in their communities, helping people, changing the world, sharing their ideas, and thinking about new ways to further their education and the field. So I think that's really what I'm the most proud of.
So now we're going to shift a little bit to more of the student focus.
Okay.
For that. So, what are the students, like a typical student, what are they doing now before entering into a program like this? Like, who would be an ideal candidate that you see coming into your programs?
Our students come from various backgrounds. A good number of them are clergy, Roman Catholic or Protestant priests, ministers, and some sisters as well. So these are people who are already working in ministerial fields who want to refine their skills in pastoral care or be trained as counselors. We also get a number of people who are coming from all kinds of different careers. We have lawyers, firefighters, school teachers, nurses, and a few younger people who are getting out of college and looking to work in the churches, in counseling and pastoral and spiritual care. So it's a wide variety of people.
Great. And is that the same for all of the programs?
For both programs, both programs tend to get the majority of students after they've been doing something else for a while. And the good thing about that is our students are very mature. They've had life experience. Many of them have raised families or worked in parishes, and they have their own spiritual practice and grounding which they bring into the program. It makes it very, very rich.
That was good.
Now, I don't know, I'll just say, we don't get a lot of younger people.
Mm-hmm.
And I know one of the things that some people were hoping for is we would get more younger people, but honestly I don't think the program's going to appeal as much to younger people. So maybe that wasn't the PR for the getting the younger people in the program. But you asked me who's here, that's who's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would be suited for this program if I'm a younger person thinking of career options and a calling or whatever? Like what, if someone doesn't have so much experience, do they still fit the program?
I think almost anybody can benefit from both the pastoral care and counseling and the pastoral care online programs. What it takes is a person who really feels committed to working with people, someone who really wants to help people and is also mature and is willing to look at themselves as part of the program. Because the way that we train people here in both the pastoral care online and the 60-credit pastoral counseling program, we include a lot of reflection on our own experience, because being spiritually and psychologically mature is what's going to allow you then to be the most helpful to other people who come to you.
Cool. Okay, so that's like 3 good answers about students. I think we can use that. What can students, once they graduate, what can they do professionally with this degree? So what are some of my career options?
If you're doing the 36-credit pastoral care degree, that would equip you to work in a parish setting, in any denomination, working in pastoral care. Also, people who are interested in chaplaincy do that degree. So it equips you very well for spiritual care work in hospitals, jails, other kinds of settings, hospice, where you're interacting with people specifically in a pastoral care role. The 60-credit degree in pastoral care and counseling is more oriented to people who want to do professional work in counseling. So that includes a field internship and training as a therapist. So people who graduate from that program tend to go out and work as pastoral counselors either in clinics or in church settings doing one-on-one and group therapy. And they've been very successful, I might add. As far as I know, at this point, 100% of our students have passed their licensing exams. 100% of our graduates have passed their licensing exams and have jobs.
Wow.
It's a pretty good record.
That is. So I think you already answered this, but let's get it. Let's get it again. What is the most rewarding part of teaching for you?
The most rewarding part of teaching for me is seeing the students change. I really believe that this program is about transformation of the students. And I see this every day. So I see students come in here with a lot of enthusiasm and eagerness to learn, and I see them graduate as professionals who are really excited and grounded and able to go out and help people change their lives. And that's really exciting to me.
That's excellent. It's like a commercial.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a commercial. Is that what we're doing?
What do you think is the value of being a faculty who works in the field that you're teaching?
In the counseling field, it's absolutely essential that teachers are working in the field, meaning that we see clients, even if it's only a few clients a week. It's really impossible to teach the skill of helping if you're not acting as a helper in your own life. And my work with my clients keeps my skills fresh, the skills that I'm then passing on to my students, but also it helps to expand me, helps me to grow, and I'm constantly learning in that clinical practice, and that learning is what I'm passing on to my students in the classroom.
That's good. What type of person who would be most interested in the work that you're doing. So if they're going to be professionally in that field, like in pastoral care, pastoral counseling, and ministry, like what type of person is
What type of person? Okay. I think people who are best suited to this work are open-minded people who are grounded in their own lives, who've done some work on themselves and have reflected on their own past, their own character, and are people who want to continue to grow for the rest of their lives, because that's really important in this work. I think someone who is reflective, someone who deeply cares about other people and is sincere in that, is going to do the best in this kind of a program.
That's good. Your hair moved a little bit on the other side.
Up this side.
Yeah, there.
Okay. I have to throw out that whole shot because my hair was in the...
Why is empathic listening so critical in the pastoral care profession, and how is that exemplified in your programs?